one of Shedeur's fans' biggest fans is slapping the NFL with $100 million lawsuit over a draft slide claims it was racially discriminated. So this fan was so upset that he's gonna $100 million lawsuit gets because he was upset they fall to the fifth round. But I want to add this too. So Hakeem, so I probably have an idea what the fans was thinking. So I have a clip from Dr. Umar how he was talking about how they treated Shedeur Sanders. So go ahead, Hakeem, play this clip, and after that we'll chop it up.
I believe that all 32 NFL team owners and NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell, I believe they all came together in a KK Ku Klux Klan type of clandestine meeting, and they decided that they were going to embarrass, humiliate, and sabotage both Deion Sanders and his son Shedeur Sanders on draft day. Everybody who is anybody, Art, in the world of sports, whether you are amateur, novice, professional, expert, everyone had Shedeur Sanders being picked in the top 10. Nobody had him sliding out of the top 25. Nobody. Anywhere, anyhow, had Shedeur Sanders out of the top 25. Most had him in the 10. Some people like myself had him in the top 3. Some had him as number 1. Because as you know, the quarterback position is one of the toughest positions to fill on any football team, let alone NFL. Shedeur Sanders was my favorite college football player.
No, I'm saying he is a gambler, but that's what it seemed like to me.
He's probably going to be my second favorite football player behind Jalen Hurts. Shedeur Sanders was the only quarterback to complete.
If the fan thought like a Dr. Umar, and that's why he sued the NFL with $100 million. So go ahead, Ronnie, man. What's your take?
I don't think it had anything to do with racial discrimination because the number 1 pick was a black person.
Correct.
That's why that makes no sense. How is racial discrimination when the number 1 pick was Cam Ward, a black person from Miami University? It's just people are upset because of the aspect that he didn't get picked. Now, I have my own speculation when it comes to NFL, the draft. I told you guys, I think they did it for the ratings. Because they had everybody tune in because it was the most talked about thing, most talked about show at that time. It was everybody was tuning in. Okay, who should Shedeur Sanders going to get? Who Shedeur Sanders going to get? And that doesn't mean. And people fail to realize Tom Brady was picked overall 199. He was the last. He was a 6th round pick, and he became the GOAT. Yep. It doesn't matter when you get picked. I think people are overly emotionally involved when it comes to the NFL draft. To me, I think they did it for the ratings. However, they already knew what Shedeur Sanders was going to go because of the fact. Go right ahead, Hakeem. This is not no.
Well, I'm agreeing with you. I didn't know what Umar was even talking about. That shit just
go viral.
That sounded like a bunch of fluff. All that, like the NFL is 90% black.
It is
90% black. These guys get millions and millions of dollars in contracts. You know what I mean? So like you said, the number 1 draft pick was. If anybody should be saying racial discrimination, is white folks. Not a lot of them get drafted. What about the Hispanic folks? If we want to be racial, like stop drafting black people. Let's draft some white boys. You know what I mean? But when we look at this, people were saying like I listened to actual commentators who said this, and there was other issues they had with him. Shedeur Sanders seemed to be that he would not listen. His daddy was into control. They didn't want that type of stuff in their locker room. You know what I mean? And that's his arm strength was even questioned. So there was so many things that they had. So what Umar talking about, he need to worry about opening that school up.
And the thing is, I got one point for you guys too. Almost half the league of NFL quarterbacks is black.
Thank you, Killer Swag. Facts. And Jordan. Facts.
Enough said. That's
enough said.
Almost half the league of quarterbacks is black, so there's no problem with that. So, with the fan saying that racial discriminative, I don't know why.
That's weird.
The world he would think something like that, knowing that almost half the league in NFL is quarterbacks. But when it comes to Shedeur Sanders, he's going to get his chance, and I believe in his skills, and I believe about it. In NFL season, probably in the middle end of the season, that
I think
he's going to be
yeah,
a starting
I agree with
quarterback.
you. Yeah, I agree.
So,
They're gonna put him in.
yeah, like I said, even though like Shedeur fell to the fifth round, he's going to use it as motivation, and he's going to win. To me, eventually, he's going to win a starter spot of the Cleveland Browns. So, all my support goes to Shedeur Sanders. I'm going to be rooting for him. And if he does get a starting spot, I might get a jersey. I might get a Cleveland Brown jersey.
Yeah, I think he's gonna start in the preseason. They're gonna
Oh
in the
yeah, for
preseason,
sure.
everybody gonna tune in. The Browns are gonna have the most rated show because everybody gonna be like, let me see what Shedeur